Hey guys, I was just actually a part of something that I want to share as food for thought because I think it's a great example of the tremendous challenge we are all facing in business and employment and education and the economy and politics and all these kind of things where everything's going through a transformation, and whether we want to acknowledge that or not, everything is being transformed and we're doing things radically different. So today my scanner went on a blank, right? And I needed to scan a document. So my initial thought was to go out, which I did, and went out to the electronics store to kind of see what they had for scanners. And then it dawned on me that there's probably an app, right, that probably works just as well. And there was, right. So there's a mobile app that I could use to scan documents, and it's super easy to do, and it costs just a couple bucks, right? But it made me think, what I chose not to do was to go buy that piece of machinery. And that piece of machinery represents thousands and thousands and thousands of workers, possibly, right? It was built in some plant somewhere. That plant had a ton of machinery, a ton of people working there. It was transported, transportation, the components of that printer, that scanner, all that stuff was a part of the ecosystem of the logistics behind making that printer exist. And in 2016, instead of supporting that chain of events, I supported a chain of events that meets my needs, and could, for all I know, this app could be created by less than a handful of people. So, I think that's a great example of the tremendous challenge. First of all, the country has is finding a way to put everybody back to work, because I think a version of that is happening everywhere. And I just don't think people have figured out how to put, in my example, all those thousands of people that were displaced from that manufacturing model. What do we move them to, or how do they move, and how do we do it in a way that they're accepted to it, and still feel like they're part of the bigger picture, right, and not feel disenfranchised. So just a small example, but I think it's a very meaningful one, and I think it's happening at an enormous rate right now. And I think nobody really has their mind yet around, now moving forward, how we're going to continue to put millions and millions and millions and millions of people to work when millions and millions and millions of people aren't required. So think about that as you make it through your Hump Wednesday. Happy Hump Day.